the storm coming. It doesn't take a lot of common sense to realize that something is terribly wrong with this scenario here, folks. I mean, it doesn't take two brain cells to rub together to go, wait, something's not right. Am I right on that? Wait, they're fighting each other. Look. Dang it!
It never happens the way I want it to.
Yeah, all right. So,
all right.
So we lost, and then we have U.S. concerned about underground bunkers goes back decades. Declassified document shows. Well, gee, yeah, you think, I mean, you got these doomsday prepper guys. I've seen the show, and they're buying missile silos and building houses in them.
Yeah.
So, that's still going on today.
Stocking up on canned food.
Yeah, and MREs.
Charcoal filters. All this other crazy stuff. Propane tanks. Okay, well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guarantee you get hit with a nuclear weapon. You're not going to get very far to your bug out zone, unless you're fortunate enough to be.
What about the air intake? I mean, if there is a big old fallout and nuclear holocaust, you're still going to end up getting radiated.
Yeah.
If it's big enough and you're.
Yeah. You'll end up looking like one of those Oscar Mayer wieners that are.
Yeah, you'll be sitting down there underground, never see the light of day for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Then when you finally do run out of food, if you're still alive and you haven't gone mad from cabin fever and
all that stuff,
killed your family and then killed yourself, whatever, then you crawl up from your hole in the ground, and
then guess who's waiting for you there?
Who knows? Your guess is
who knows? It could be like there could be a whole army of commies waiting for you to come out of the ground.
Oh, look, there's one.
Yeah, one left. Bang. Oops. Okay, U.S. eyes missile defense shield for Asia and Middle East. Okay,
wow.
Well,
I think they're a little late on that.
They're a little late on that one, big time.
How long does it take to push something like that through? 20 years?
Yeah, pretty much. And then you're talking, massive amounts of money that we don't have because Obama's stealing. What did Rick Wild say? $150 billion an hour?
I think it was $150 million an hour.
150 million. That's like the budget of Lord of the Rings. Okay, part one.
Yeah.
An hour that he's stealing from us. So
it's the biggest bilk in the history of scams, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's going to wake up to this one morning, and there's not going to be anything left in the chest.
Yeah, exactly. And then you guys are going to be going, well, what are we going to do?
I've talked to people about this, and they're all just brain dead about it.
Yeah.
I was like, you're diversifying. You got gold. You got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
No, I just pull everything out of the bank if that happens, but you won't be able to.
Yeah, the banks will shut down. The
ATM foreigners will have tried doing that the night before, and that's what's going to shut it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Until you get that concept that you need to have something else besides your FDIC insured bank account.
Yeah,
I'm insured up to 100. That's my brother told me. I'm insured up to 100,000. That's good.
Yeah, good for you. When the money isn't worth wiping your ass with.
Yeah, when you're 10 grand in the bank or you're 20 grand in the bank or whatever you have isn't worth, the price of a box of matches.
Yeah. Then what are you going to do?
You're going to pull it out and do what with it? You're going to wipe your ass with it. That's what you're going to do.
Or you're going to start a fire in your fireplace to heat your house with it.
Yeah.
Or use it for wallpaper.
It worked in Germany back in the 20s. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, NATO tells Russia not to waste money on anti-shield deployment. Okay. So, Red TV programming axed as China's leaders struggle over the future of the country. Well, what that's telling me is the people of China are sick of communism because I got a little taste of what we have, and they're like, let's get away from this system.
Get real. What China has is kind of a pseudo-communism.
Yeah. It's not like they're trying to instill here.
It's not like what Cuba has, and it has had. Cubans did it.
Yeah.
I mean, they went by the commie playbook.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the Russians tried to. It broke up. Now they're going back in. They've been going back into it.
Yeah, for years now, but everybody's, oh, but they're our friends. That could never happen again. Yeah, right.
And something to keep our eye on.
Yeah.
U.S. firm finds new Stuxnet-related worm.
Yeah.
Researchers at the U.S. computer security firm Symantec.
They're the same schmucks that make the Synaptic or whatever it's called antivirus software that you get through Comcast and whatnot.
So they found a new version of this Stuxnet worm.
Yeah.
And this also could tie in with another story that we have about the what was the name of the organization?
Oh,
Anonymous.
Yes. How they
threatening to shut down the internet now. They've keep moving their day back. I've noticed.
Yeah, I know.
Originally it was like February 20th. And then they said March
31st.
Now they're saying March 31st. Yeah.
So what's it gonna be, guys? Are you gonna do it tonight?
When
tomorrow?
are you gonna bring us to our knees?
It's really not gonna. I actually, in a way, if you did do away with the internet, people would stop texting. I see some benefit out of this, actually. There wouldn't be any email. People that have to do business the old-fashioned way, which is, you'd have to get on your feet and actually do marketing.
We'd have paper shortages so fast.
Oh, God, yeah.
Paper would become a hot commodity.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Well, you could always write your message on a dollar bill because that's what it'd be good for. Scratch paper.
Yeah, little note cards.
Yeah. U.S. firm. Okay, yeah. Iran warns U.S. stop dictating world policy or what?
Well, that's exactly what.
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
Yeah.
With this kind of language, this is what we were talking about last week, is that they would not be talking like this if they didn't have something that we don't know about.
Yeah, exactly. I think they've got
a nuke or some major biological baddies.
Yeah, so
knowing that they're so close to 120,000 of our troops.
Yes.
In Iraq, and how many more in Afghanistan?
Oh God, you're looking at I think almost like 50,000 there.
Okay.
So
pretty brash comments coming from Tehran.
Yeah,
and this has been going on for years. This is nothing new to anybody who's awake and pays attention to the news. I mean, there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
That just really don't give a crap.
Yeah, exactly.
They're more concerned with getting high and getting by.
And seeing American Idol, who's going to win the singing.
Wow, they sing so good.
Yeah, exactly.
And so does 30 million other people in this country have great voices and can sing.
Yeah. Just go to your local church. You'll find plenty of talent there.
Let's not idolize people because they can sing.
Exactly.
Hero worship is unhealthy.
It is. I agree. I mean, the hero people should really worship is Jesus because he is a hero. So.
Oh yeah.
But don't take my word for it. Take it from the Father. If you don't listen to Dad, he smacks you around, right? That's how I was raised anyway.
A lot of people nowadays weren't raised that way. They were raised in single-parent homes.
Yes, where
the dad was vilified, rightfully or wrongfully.
Yeah.
Does it really matter? Your dad's your dad.
Yes.
Let's stop vilifying the dads in this world and.
Yeah, exactly. Let's stop vilifying all the.
You have to cut the guy down.
Yeah, exactly. What is going on?
All you welfare moms out there.
Yeah.
Find somebody else to blame your problems on, like your poor life choices.
Yeah,
once in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And stop walking around like a bunch of little wannabe princesses who think that everything should be handed to you on a silver platter.
Yeah.
Okay? We can thank the 1920s, the flapper movement, and the whole institution of women's liberation.
Yeah.
It wasn't liberation. It was prison.
Yeah, exactly.
You put all these moms on welfare.
Yeah, exactly.
You put them on welfare and on the streets, having to do unthinkable things just so that they could feed their children.
Exactly.
So, wake up already.
Exactly. So you guys have basically, with your whole liberalism, with your whole liberalism movement, you have destroyed womanhood as well as manhood.
Yeah, there's no honor in a lot of these moms, these young moms. There's no honor to them in being a mom, and they don't know what a great responsibility they have and what a blessing they have. But they look at it more like a curse. Oh, these kids. These freaking kids.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah. It's interfering with my liposuction
and then
appointment.
You can see the
yeah?
kids, how it goes. I got young kids, and I see their friends, and I can tell the ones who are parented, and I can tell the ones their parents don't give a crap. They just let them run wild.
Exactly, and then you wonder why the world's melting down. Japan Armed Forces.
I got this. I got to get something off my chest here.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Since we moved into an apartment. How horrible is that?
Oh, God, I know. You got illegal aliens above you.
We got these neighbors downstairs, and they won't let their boys play with my boy because they saw my boy throwing a rock.
Ooh,
boy throwing a rock.
Oh, my God.
But this guy's got two boys that have their heads shaved, but then in the front of their head, they have these girly-looking bangs that go down to their eyes.
Oh, my God.
They look like little twins separated by 4 years.
So it's Humpty and Dumpty, right?
It's horrid. But they're like, don't play with that kid. We saw him throwing rocks. Well, you know what I say? Don't play with those kids because they're little queers in training. And their mom's too busy trying to wear the pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the dad is, stuck off in a corner on his chair.
Yeah, drinking a beer.
Watching the History Channel.
Yeah.
And maybe grilling once a week. Oh, way to go, Dad!
Yes, you're a great
Hey,
father.
look at my new hairdo! Look, I'm half girl. It's a shim.
Yeah.
They turn these little kids into shims, and they don't want them. They don't want their little shims playing with my kids because he throw rocks. Well, good.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they get too close, he might hit him in the head with one.
Yeah, exactly.
And it might knock some sense into him. They might wake up the next day, look in the mirror, and be like, "Holy crap!
I need to shave my head.
I gotta shave this little thing, this little frontal mow thing that I got going on."
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it. And then
that kind of parenting.
These emo kids. That's another one that just pisses me off. It's like I'm seeing the 1980s cycle kind of come back to fruition with the hairdos and whatnot.
Only now they got like you said, the whole emo thing.
Yeah.
We're going to paint our nails and they're in protest.
They're in protest to everything. They hate themselves. They hate mom and dad. They hate school. They hate the food they eat. I mean,
they're unthankful.
They're unthankful, ungrateful little douche nozzles.
Very well put.
Yes. So, and that was a very sophisticated. I could say other things like I did on Friday, but I think poor Mike had to do enough damage control, especially with the N-word slip that I described camel jockeys actually.
Yeah. Well.
So.
You'd be better suited to not look back there.
Yeah, exactly.
Davey the Hut.
Yeah, exactly. Japan Armed Forces on alert ahead of North Korean satellite launch.
They're afraid they're going to nuke them.
Yeah, and I'd be scared too because
North Korea says satellite launch. Well, what are they really launching? They could be launching an ICBM at Japan. They don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how much Japan trusts their neighbors.
And Kim Jong-un, or whoever this guy is.
That's the new one.
He is more deranged than the old man.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about fukinol in the water.
What, 26, 27 years old.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he inherits a country.
No, man.
Go out and do a survey of all the 27-year-olds you know and see if they're ready to run a country yet.
Well, that would be like giving J.J. Bonaducci America.
Oh, wow.
And
noni juice for everyone, and we're gonna nuke Canada because I don't like hockey.
And then we're gonna allow anything to go, and it's gonna be free cougars for everybody on Friday night.
Oh wow! And can we do karaoke too and smoke cigars?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how he'd run the country.
Oh boy! Well, this guy's a little bit different. He was trained by a sicko, a Marxist, commie.
How to be a sicker Marxist?
So he knows
commie.
nothing else. So we'll see
exactly.
We'll see what Dad did.
Here's a good one. American scene. Suit claims Year of the Bible resolution unlawful. So, again, the vermin in the gutter say that we can't have a Year of the Bible because it's offensive to them. Because they think it is a fairy tale. That it is a story of fairy tales and fiction. Let me tell you something, morons. It's not fiction. If you pay attention to anything that's going on right now, currently, it's prophecy that's being fulfilled. And if you're that stupid, then...
Well, the atheists like to claim that it's a grim fairy tale, and I would just add that, yes, it is a grim fairy tale for you.
Yeah, it is. It
is what you believe it is.
Yeah, I guess so. Pope calls on Cubans to build open society.
So we got one schmuck going and visiting another schmuck and saying, here, schmuck it up some more.
Yeah, pretty much.
By open, they mean closed. And by society, they mean, gulags and re-education.
Yes. Or global schmuckyism.
Yeah, something like that.
Something of that nature. Who else says a lot of open society? Oh, I know. The head of the Synagogue of Satan, George Soros.
Got to be open.
Oh, yeah, you got to be open. Open borders, open culture. Oh, yes, diversity everywhere.
You're all just a number.
Yes, you have to be little drones in the army ant empire. Okay, 2 small asteroids give Earth a close shave. Boy, you didn't hear about this, did you?
How close?
Okay, one passed by at 1:09 p.m. on yesterday, actually. Yeah, it is yesterday one passed by. Came 96,000 miles from hitting us.
But it was under 30 meters, or under 10 meters, so under 30 feet, basically.
Yeah, it still would have decimated a pretty good-sized city, though. I mean, with that kind of impact.
Well, they've got some other ones in the works that NASA's keeping a close eye on.
Yeah.
We know about that.
Yep.
Including one that's supposed to pass by, was it next year?
Next year in February.
It's supposed to come within 15,000 miles.
And then there's another one that's supposed to hit us.
And its next pass, they're kind of worried about, which is in 2036. They're worried about that. Its next pass. But then there's another one that's scheduled to come pretty close around 2020.
Yeah.
They don't really know much about it. They're talking about, remember that movie Armageddon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or Deep Impact or Sudden Impact?
Yeah, Deep Impact.
Where they kind of nuke the... They're already trying to
simulate.
Figure out a way to do that, and because they're afraid they may have to do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe,
exactly.
Maybe not. Now to the tabloid section.
Well, no, we still got a little bit here.
Oh, do we?
The derivatives. The bank derivatives. Okay?
We discussed this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Top 5 banks. 95.7%
of 221
of outstanding derivatives.
Yeah.
$221 trillion, folks.
Yeah, that's...
How much is that?
Well, that would be like the Great Wall of China.
Can you imagine?
In $100 bills.
I think...
Stacked to the sky.
221 trillion?
Wow, huh?
It's hard enough just to comprehend a million.
Yeah, a million is like... Well, I could spend $1 million in a day.
I'm sure
I probably
you
could, but
yeah.
I wouldn't want to. I'd want to live off of it for quite a while if I could. Don't show me the money. Why eliminating cash might be the secret to prosperity.
We'll cover that a later day.
Yes, technical looks at the markets. Yeah, it's all going to crap, we know. Okay, now we're going to get into killer who shot British tourist dead as he begged for his life.
Down in Florida.
This vermin shot somebody.
So, wait. You know what this is? These are all racially motivated.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
And just like the Trayvon kid that got shot.
Yeah.
The media is going to trump these stories up at a certain time because there were guys that were shot last month.
Yeah.
And every month prior to that they could have made a big news story out of, but they're not going to make a story out of it because it doesn't go in with their timing. These build-a-burger schmucks, they got a timeline they got to follow. Go talk to some of the higher-ups and
exactly.
CBS and NBC.
Yeah, go talk to the ones that are actually piping the garbage to you. It's not big news
until the man upstairs says it's big news.
Yeah.
And by the man upstairs, we're not talking about the real man upstairs. We're talking about the imposter, the king of this world, Satan.
Yeah.
The Lord rebuke him in all ways.
Yeah. And keep him at bay.
That synagogue of Satan.
Yes.
smack talk again.
Yeah, again,
And that's
divide and conquer. That's what it is.
Yeah. So they're trying to get all the blacks and the whites mad at each other.
Oh,
again.
yeah. And then the Black Panther leader, who, let me explain something about this Shabazz guy. 1, he's a Marxist. 2, he's an Islamo-fascist. 3, he's an ex-con. Okay? Arrested as group sets bounty in Florida shooting. Okay, so what they want to do now is street justice. So if you piss off the Black Panthers, expect the vermin to show up to your front door. Like I said, keep your shotgun loaded. Make sure you got the hollow point slugs in there, or the double-aught buck, or flechettes. That'll send them scurrying into the wood pile.
The flechettes for sure.
Yeah, flechettes, you definitely need those. And you can buy those on cheaperthandirt.com, which is actually one of our sponsors. So, cheaperthandirt.com, folks. I'm telling you, that's where you need
Guns.
to go.
Guns. Ooh, you just said a 4-letter word. Guns.
Oh, speaking of which, did you know that gun sales just went through the roof? Especially now that people are even more freaked out. You see, that's how I know there's probably going to be a civil war if Obama gets reelected. Because look at the gun sales that have gone through the roof.
Oh, they're saying gun dealers can't even keep up with the orders.
Yeah, they can't. The manufacturers can't. They have to put things 6 months on hold, or indefinite hold even, because they can't keep up with the orders. So those of you who are gunsmiths out there, and I'm going to appeal to you, you want to make a lot of money? Start building your own shop. Set your shop up in your garage and start cranking them out. Sell them $200 a piece, man. I'm telling you, you'll make a killing. Literally.
They're making a killing now.
Yeah. Viewpoint: how hackers could decapitate the internet.
Which we've already talked about. This is
Operation Blackout with Anonymous. They want to destroy all the DNS.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
I don't know.
Internal memo shows that ATF rank and file don't trust the brass. No shit, Sherlock.
They've already been found to be corrupt liars.
Yep.
In somebody else's pocket.
Okay, activists to sue Clive Palmer, who no one, over CIA claims. House lawmakers call airport screeners ineffective and rude. Gee, you think they're a bunch of radical homosexuals that want to grope you? Yeah, of course they're rude and they're schmucks. Okay, food pantry prayers violate federal rules. So here comes the government saying that we can't pray in public anymore.
I thought according to the First Amendment that the government wasn't allowed to establish any laws concerning religion.
Well, I guess they don't follow the Constitution anymore, so they're traitors.
Okay.
So, moving on. Strange new craft, making life from scratch. So here's some transhumanism for you. They're making living organisms that never existed before.
They're trying.
Trying, yes. And here's another one. They're trying to make Terminators now. The Man Machine. Scientists develop plastic skin that bleeds red liquid and can heal itself. Kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator.
I'll be back.
Yes. BlackBerry may soon capture your eye and identify you.
And your identity.
Yeah, wow.
These smartphones are getting smarter by the day.
Yep. National ID card protects voting rights. That's what they're trying to say. Iris on the move. N-Glance TM identification systems access Auburn University athletic facility. So they're already starting to put these scanners in to open your doors, and so you can do this, that, and the other thing.
If you want to get into the Auburn University athletic facility, you have to go through that now.
Yes. And a lot of this is just some old ancient mumbo-jumbo stuff. Mysterious geological structure. Now let's go into the tabloids, since we're getting into kind of tabloidish stuff.
Yes.
Okay, what is the monster-like creature that washed up on South Carolina beach? I don't know.
Do we have a picture?
Yeah, let's see. This came directly...
Oh, wow!
That looks like a giant codfish, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It looks like one of those things from Tremors.
Yeah, it does, man. It looks just like one of those things.
You maybe. Wait, go back to that.
Okay.
I'm not done looking at that yet.
Oh, yeah, it looks...
You may be inclined to say this sea monster has large scales, but they are really large plates called scutes.
Yeah, it does look like a tremor.
Is this the only picture? Don't they have other views? I mean, I want to see.
They got a picture of a sturgeon.
Doesn't look anything like that.
Nope.
It's not a monster sturgeon.
No, this thing...
Okay, so what we got here.
Yeah.
South Carolina residents near Folly Beach found a large yellowish creature with plates and spiny projections washed up on the shore.
Yeah.
They were quick to label it an unusual sea monster, but before imaginations got out of hand, a local vet from the South Carolina Aquarium came forward with a more reasonable explanation for what should still be considered a rare find.
Yes.
It was identified as an Atlantic sturgeon.
Oh, okay.
According to KSEE-24, Atlantic sturgeon can grow to be as large as 15 feet long and 800 pounds. I didn't know they could get as big as sharks, so...
Yeah, who would have thunk it? But this thing looks...
Description of Atlantic sturgeon states they are generally bluish-black or olive-brown dorsally on their back with paler sides and a white belly, suggesting we are seeing the underside of this fish, or it may have been dead for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, it's huge, and it doesn't look like a fish.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, go back to that other sturgeon.
Yeah, here's a traditional sturgeon.
Now go back over to it.
No, that looks like it looks like something out of Tremors.
It could
really
be, but
does.
Boy, it really looks like some kind of little sea dragon.
Yeah, it does.
You have to check it out on the Blaze.
Yeah, it's on the Blaze.com.
Top
story on the Blaze. So
shouldn't be, but
yeah, but we got MSNBC host outraged after George Zimmerman's lawyer allegedly walks out of the interview. Who cares? Black Panther Party leader arrested on charges of gun possession. Well,
we already talked that.
Yeah. Limbaugh tweets, "You must see a Union Thug video." Okay, that's on the Blaze. You want to see it. Third grader sinks amazing half-court shot. Nah.
Wow,
huh?
We don't really care about any of this stuff.
Say your prayers. JetBlue flight diverted after erratic pilot tries to storm the cockpit. And this guy's a white guy, so it's not an Islamo-fascist. So the media got it right this time.
I think what they really figured out is that the guy was having a medical episode.
Yeah, he was having a little PTSD
he probably
problem.
Didn't get his Fucanol that day.
Yeah, and he said wow constantly. I don't know. You know, it's just a theory I had, you know. Oh, let's see. Labor Secretary honors Union hero Cesar Chavez, renames auditorium after him. And you know what's interesting is the Nazi bird's right behind this guy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Evil.
That's great.
Yeah. Scott Walker is my hero. That's the governor of Wisconsin, folks. He's the Wisconsin governor. So, there's a story that a communist bar, allegedly bans pro-Walker patrons from returning. So, if you like Republicans, I guess you can't go drink at the bar.
Oh, well.
If you're a Christian, you really shouldn't be doing that anyway, but that's another story for another day. Tungsten-filled gold bar found in UK. So they're making fake gold bars now. What about our gold reserves? Are they real or are they fake? Is this fiction or reality? I'm Brett Hancock. You decide.
They could be driving up the price of gold or driving down the price of gold.
Yeah.
For that matter. Probably more the latter than...
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, okay.